great weekend. Um, I am doing something new, so I'm actually going live to practice a little bit of yoga. And yeah, I figured I'd go live to share the practice and I don't know, just yeah, share. So if you'd like to join along, grab your mat and you can meet me in a comfortable seated position. And so, whatever that looks like for you, you can sit cross-legged, you can kneel, you can have your legs out long in front of you. And just take the extra flesh off to the sides. Just sit up nice and tall and really ground into the sits bones. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Close your eyes if that feels good, or you can just lower your gaze. And start to bring your awareness to your breath. Just notice and observe your inhales and exhales. No changes or adjustments just yet. Give a quick scan of the body from head to toe to check in with yourself. Notice how you feel at this point of the day, this point of the weekend. Then come back to the breath. Start to deepen the inhales and exhales. Breathe in and out of your nose. Breathe slowly and deeply. Bring your hands to heart center. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice and or your day, go right ahead. From there, you can lift your prayer up overhead and take a nice stretch. Make the arms and the sides nice and long. You can leave the eyes closed or open them if you feel is good. And as you exhale, let the arms come down by your sides. And again, inhale, take those arms up nice and long. Reach those fingertips to the sky. And exhale, release them down. And one more time, inhale, arms lift. And exhale, release them down. Take some circles with the shoulders. Notice if there's any tension or tightness there. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension in the shoulders and don't even realize it. And then just reverse, go the other way. Good, and then we'll turn to look over the left shoulder. You bring that right hand to your left knee or left leg if that feels good. And left hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall, so use those left fingertips behind you to prop yourself up. And then if it feels good, you can look over that left shoulder or just in that direction. A couple deep breaths here. Inhale, come back through center, arms lift, get nice and long. Exhale, twist to the other side, hand down. What's happening there, but okay. And again, use those right fingertips behind you. Left hand as your anchor on the right leg. Sit up tall, twist, look over that right shoulder. Full deep breaths. Inhale back through center, arms get nice and long, and exhale to release them down. And we'll come up onto our hands and knees into a tabletop position. Take your hands about shoulder width, spread your fingers nice and wide. So anytime your hands come down to the mat in yoga, you want to spread the fingers nice and wide to create a Nice foundation through the hands, and try to have the index fingers pointing towards the top of the mat so they're parallel to one another or slightly turned out so that the shoulders and the chest are nice and open. You don't want to have them going full or towards the center because then that creates an internal rotation on the shoulders and puts you at risk for injury. So open those hands up as you need to. Knees can be about hip width, and then you can either tuck your toes or press down through the tops of the feet, whichever you prefer. Draw your belly up and in here, away from the floor, so your low back is protected. And we'll start with our cat-cows. Inhale to arch the back. Exhale to round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Just do a few more on your own. Feel free to add any other movement that feels good, but this feels really good by itself. This is a great pose to do anytime you have upper back or shoulder tension. It's good for your neck as well. If you work at the computer or at a desk and you're hunched over a lot, or if you drive a lot, or if you're just on your phone a lot like most of us are these days, this is a good pose to help reverse some of the effects of rounding the spine all day to look down. And so just notice how this movement feels on the body. And like I said, feel free to add any other movements that feel good. You can twist the hips a little bit, or drop the hips, arch the back. Anything that feels good to you. One of my favorite things about yoga is the fact that you can always make it your own. So whatever state you're in, however your body feels, you can always modify or adjust the practice to meet yourself where you are and listen to your body and give yourself whatever you need in the moment. All right, so take one more round of whatever movement you're doing and then come back to your tabletop, hands and knees. So again, set that foundation, and now we'll take it to a tabletop balance to start to activate the core. So we'll start with the right leg. You can send it back behind you. Option to keep your toes down if that works better for you, or if you want a little bit more, you can float that leg so your foot's in line with your hip, and then option to add that opposite arm out in front of you. Now if it becomes too much with the arm lifted, you can always bring that back down and just have the leg lifted. You still get the same work through the core. Some people just like to challenge their balance or see where they are. And so do what works best for you. Now, whatever is lifted, really reach away from you. So if the arm is lifted, reach those fingertips out in front. If the leg is lifted or pressing down to the floor, reach that heel or some part of the foot back so that your leg is long. Keep the belly pulled in, and of course, keep breathing. Good, and then from there, we'll come back to our tabletop and switch. So send that left leg back, however you like to do so. Option to add the right arm, or if you happen to start on the other side, just make sure you're on opposite arm, opposite leg. If you try to do same arm, same leg, it's very difficult. It's not impossible, but probably working a little bit harder than you need to. And reach with whatever's lifted so that you feel that length through the whole body. You may start to feel heat building in the core, and just breathe through it. And then from there, we'll come back through to our tabletop. A couple of cat-cows here if you need to. My air conditioner just kicked on, and so I hope you can still hear me okay. I'll try to talk a little bit louder, then I might be a little bit out of breath, so just bear with me. All right, from here, we're gonna tuck the toes and lift up to our first downward facing dog. So tuck those toes behind you. Lift the knees, lift the hips up high towards the sky, and then press those heels back towards the floor So you feel that nice stretch through the backs of your legs. Now, if your legs feel very tight, you can go wider with the feet here. Give yourself space, and then same thing with your neck and your shoulders or your arms if there's any tightness or tension there. You can go wider with the hands, so it doesn't have to be a narrow down dog, but just find something that works best for you. And really work on lifting those hips up to the sky more than pressing the heels down to the earth so that your spine is as long as it can be. Press those hands into the earth to push the floor away. And if it feels good, you can go ahead and pedal out your dog or take any movement that feels good. Maybe a couple of shifts forward into plank just to check and make sure that your hands and feet have enough space or not too much space, and then shift it back. So maybe do that a couple of times. And then come back to down dog. Inhale forward to your plank pose, top of a push-up position. If you need to modify, you can always lower your knees to the floor. I'm going to modify because we're just starting out and I haven't really warmed up yet. Plus I'm talking, so I don't want to be out of breath. So hold here nice and strong in your plank. Keep that belly pulled in, hips lifted, feel the core working. Definitely starting to feel the heat now. Good. And then from there, we'll press back to child's pose. So take your big toes together behind you. Your knees can go wide apart or they can stay close together. So whatever works better for your hips, everybody's different. So again, listen to your body. And then you want to sit your hips back onto your heels and then lower your chest and your forehead to the floor. Now, if your forehead doesn't come all the way down, you can get a block or a pillow or something to support you. But you do want to be able to bring your head down so that you can release any tension in your neck. And let that chest melt towards the earth. Welcome to close your eyes here. Just focus on the breath. And child's pose is a resting pose, so this is available to you at any time during the practice, whenever you need it. You can come to it if something becomes too much or if you just need a moment for yourself. Child's pose is always there for you. This is a great way to turn your attention into self if you ever need to. Maybe calm your energy down or recenter yourself and your thoughts back onto yourself, or tune in with yourself. Anytime you need to go in, this is a great pose. It's also very relaxing and soothing. So just spending a few moments here, taking a couple of breaths, can have wonderful effects on your nervous system and your state of mind. So walk your fingertips out towards the top of your mat so your arms and sides get nice and long. And then keep the hands flat or lift the palms away and keep the fingertips down. Then walk your fingertips over towards the right. You can go off the mat, but walk them over until you feel a stretch on your left side. Hold there and breathe. If you want, you can stack your left hand on top of the right for a little deeper stretch. And send those hips back more towards the heels. On your inhale, take the fingertips back towards the center and then over to the other side. An option to stack that hand on top. Send the hips back a little bit more. Really breathe here, feeling the ribs expand and contract with the breath. And on your inhale, walk the fingertips back towards the center of your mat. And just give your third eye a massage by rocking your head back and forth, side to side. Come back through center. Then we'll come back up to our tabletop. So hands and knees. And now we'll thread the needle to work the shoulders a little bit. So inhale that left arm up to the, actually we'll start on the right. Inhale your right arm up to the sky, open up the chest. And as you exhale, bring it down underneath that left arm. And then gently lower the side of your head to the floor. Press the back of the arm and the hand into the earth so you get that stretch in your shoulders or behind the shoulder. And then your left hand can stay where it is, or you can extend it up towards the top of your mat, or you can even take it up to the sky, maybe wrap it around your back for a half bind. But really focus on pressing the back of the arm into the earth. You can stay here if you'd like, or you can send that left leg back behind you. Either keep the toes down or lift the leg and just see where your balance is. If you happen to roll out of it, that's okay. Some days we're a little wobbly, some days we have great balance. We just need to learn to meet ourselves where we are. Good. Gently lower the leg if it's lifted. Unwind your arm if it's round or wrapped around, and then press yourself all the way back up. Lift that right arm, open up the chest, stretch, and then exhale it down. Inhale. Hi, thanks for joining. Good morning. I hope you're on your mat like me. Inhale that left arm up to the sky, really open up and stretch. And as you exhale, thread the needle, bring it down underneath, gently lower the head, back of the arm presses down. You're welcome to stay right here and just breathe. Option to take that right arm up towards the top of your mat or up to the sky. If you did the half bind on the other side, maybe you take it here as well. Wherever you are, keep breathing. And if you want to turn this into a balance, you can send that right leg back behind, either toes down, or go ahead and float that leg. So sometimes it's fun to just explore, see where your body can go. Sometimes our mind limits us before we even explore and tells us what we can or can't do, or it might be fear. But the mat is a great time to, again, meet yourself where you are and open yourself up to play, be open-minded, and just see where things take you. Good. If your leg is lifted, you can bring it back down. If you have the bind, unwrap and then take that hand down. Press all the way back up. Lift the arm, stretch, and exhale it down. You can take a couple of cat-cows here to kind of reset and let all of that go. And then we're going to come back to downward facing dog. So tuck your toes and lift those hips up high to the sky. Pedal it out. So anytime you come to any pose, if there's anything that feels intuitive to you, and what I mean by that is like if it just feels natural or feels like it's something you need to do or your body wants to do, go for it. Yoga is your practice. It's all about your time on the mat with yourself and doing what you need in that moment. And it may look different from day to day. Oftentimes it does. But that's because every day is different, and sometimes what we need is different from other days. Good. So from there, we'll inhale forward to a plank, and then gently lower the knees, and then slowly lower all the way down to the floor. Untuck your toes, forehead down, slide your hands back so they're next to your chest. Hug those elbows in by your sides. And on your inhale, lift your chest away from the floor, just a baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. And again, inhale, lift, cobra. Exhale, lower. And one more, inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Good. Press your seat back to your heels. Pass through child's pose. And then lift up to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet here. And end in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Let me come up a little bit so you can see me. Good. So for your forward fold, again, you can take your feet about hip width or wider if your legs feel tight. Little micro bend in your knees. And so what I mean by that is sometimes when we go to bend forward, we have a tendency to lock the legs, and that can really limit what you feel in this pose. It can also limit the benefits of the pose. So, and it can put you at risk. So whenever you are bending or stretching, you want to have a slight bend to your joints to keep yourself safe. And it also works the muscles more rather than overstretching your ligaments and such. So micro bend just means just that. So this would be locked straight, not good. A little bit of a bend so the knees are soft. Again, so feet can be a little bit further than hip or hip width, and then parallel to one another. So if your feet were to continue on in either direction, they would never touch. And then drop your head. You could shake it out a little bit here. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. You could take your hands to opposite elbows. Take a ragdoll. Try to shift the weight a little bit more into the front of your feet rather than the back, so you feel even more of a stretch in your hamstrings and your calves. Just let your upper body hang. Let any tension in the neck and the shoulders just float right out of the crown of your head. And come back through center. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, lift halfway. Reach forward with the crown of your head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale to sweep the arms up and lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift your prayer. Exhale, fold. Remember that micro bend in your knees. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands to the top of your mat, downward facing dog. And if down dog becomes too much at any time, you can always come back to tabletop as a modification. So again, make the practice your own. Do what serves you best. Okay, so from here, inhale and lift your heels up high. Bend your knees a lot. Look forward and then take baby steps until you get to the top of your mat. Try to keep your fingertips down. If they lift away, that's okay. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Good. Okay, so let me adjust a little bit so that you can still see me. And I'm gonna do a couple of sun salutations now. So I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me okay. Hello to everyone who has joined. If you're practicing along, I greatly appreciate it. And maybe okay, that should be good. All right, top of your mat, feet hip width apart, arms by your sides, palms forward, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift your prayer. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, lift up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift your prayer. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees and step back, plank. Option to modify by lowering the knees. On your inhale, we'll shift a little forward. As you exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale to your cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the arms, sweep them up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift your prayer. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step back, plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Couple of breaths. One more round of Sun Salutation A. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, walk or step, top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift your prayer. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, step back, plank. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose round. Step the foot between the hands. Gently lower your back knee down. Inhale, lift all the way up. Low crescent lunge. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Arms can stay wide or hands together in prayer. Elbow outside the knee. Full deep breaths wherever you are in your twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down, frame the foot. Shift the hips back, take a runner's lunge. So you want those hips right over the back knee in line with it. And then take your front leg towards straight. Little micro bend. Flex the foot and fold over your leg. Very deep stretch for the back of your leg. So if you're a runner, that's why it's called runner's lunge or half split. Really works that hamstring, the calf, the Achilles. And keep everything where it is and just point the toes down towards the floor. Stretch the top of your foot and your ankle. And then rebend into that right knee. May need to slide the foot back a little bit. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Twist to the right and take that right arm up to the sky. Gently lower the back knee. Then swing that left foot behind you. Take that right foot back and come into a modified side plank. Option to float your leg here. And maybe take those right fingertips over the head. Good, and from there we'll come back through to downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. And then inhale that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot between your hands. Gently lower the back knee and lift up for your low lunge. nice stretch on the back leg, that hip flexor. So the muscle that lifts and lowers your leg. It's a really nice stretch. Good. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale and twist to the left. Arms can stay wide or hands together in prayer. Elbow outside that knee. Full deep breaths. Inhale back through center. Exhale the hands down. Then we'll take that runner's lunge again. So shift the hips back so they're in line with that back knee. And then front leg towards straight. May need to wiggle that foot away from you a little bit. Little micro bend. Flex your toes and fold. Point the toes down towards the floor. Stretch the top of the ankle. And then we'll rebend into that knee. Flip foot flat. Tuck your back toes. Lift that back knee. Twist to the left. Take that left arm up to the sky. And open up the chest. Check in with your bottom shoulder real quick. Sometimes it rolls forward here. So just move it back so the chest is nice and open. Collarbones are wide. Of course, we're breathing. Good, then gently lower that back knee down. Swing that foot back behind you. Step your left foot back and take your modified side plank. Any variation that you'd like. And then we'll come back through, downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward and walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Bring your big toes together with a little space between the heels. And we'll bend the knees and sit back into chair pose. Good, so really shift the weight back into your heels, lift and spread your toes a little bit. Then look down, make sure you can see your toes. If not, shift those hips back even more. Good. Lengthen your tailbone, sit a little deeper. Good. Cactus the arms, open up the chest, and on your exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, step back plank. Gently lower the knees. Then on your inhale, move your heart a little forward. As you exhale, bend the elbows straight back to lower halfway down into a modified chaturanga. And then inhale to your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Spin your back heel down on a 45-degree angle. Lift up for warrior one. Bring the palms towards each other, gaze towards the thumbs. Deep bend in that right knee. Square your hips forward. On your exhale, open up the arms and hips. Warrior two. Flip your right palm, reach back, reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, cartwheel the arms down to frame that front foot. Pivot the back leg, twist to the right. Take that right arm up to the sky. Exhale the hand down to frame the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Back heel spins down. Warrior one. On your exhale, open up. Warrior two. Adjust the feet if you need to. Flip your left palm. Reach back, reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, cartwheel the arms down to frame the foot. Pivot the back leg, then twist to the left. Left arm up to the sky. Exhale the hand down. Step back, plank. Then come to child's pose. Big toes together. Sit back onto your heels. Chest and forehead to the floor. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale it out. Inhale nose. Exhale it out. And one more deep inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. And inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale to step the foot between the hands. Back heel spins down for warrior two. So cartwheel those arms open. Hips and chest are open towards the side. Gaze towards your right middle finger or past it. Deep bend in that right knee, and if your knee goes past your ankle, take your back foot a little wider. Keep everything where it is. Flip your right palm up and reach back to reversing warrior. Back hand can lightly touch that back leg, or you can wrap it around your back for a half bind. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. So bring your forearm to your thigh. And then sweep that left arm up over your ear. Gaze straight ahead or underneath your armpit. Both sides of the neck are long, so press into that forearm. Make sure you're not collapsing and your ear is not touching your shoulder. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse. Straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Inhale back through center. Reach forward with your fingertips. Exhale the right hand down. Left arm up for triangle pose. Inhale, lift back up. Rebend for warrior two. And we'll cartwheel the arms down to frame that front foot. Pivot your back leg so all 10 toes are forward. And step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Back heel spins down on a 90-degree angle. Cartwheel the arms open for warrior two. Deep bend in that left knee. So if you bend and your knee goes past your ankle, take your back foot wider. Full deep breaths. Be here for a moment before we go to start thinking about what's next. We'll flip that left palm, reach back, reverse. Maybe take that bind or let the back hand just lightly touch the back leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Forearm to the thigh. Sweep that right arm up over your ear. And really reach those fingertips. Inhale, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse. Straighten the front leg. Reverse triangle. Inhale back through center. Reach forward with the fingertips. Exhale, left hand down. Right arm up for triangle pose. Inhale to lift back up. Exhale, rebend, warrior two. Cartwheel those arms down. To frame the foot, pivot the back leg, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your feet in towards the center of your mat, and then walk your fingertips back to meet your feet. Fold over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Good. Bring your gaze to something that's not moving in front of you. So find your drishti. Ground into your left foot. Bring your right knee into your chest. Flex your toes. Open the knee out to the side and place it anywhere on your leg except your knee for tree pose. So you can go to the inner thigh, the inner calf, the inner ankle with the toes on the floor, whatever serves you here. But avoid placing your foot on your knee to keep yourself safe. Press the palms at heart center and hug that foot and leg into each other like there's a sheet of paper between them. Option to stay here or maybe take the arms up overhead. Grow your tree branches. You can keep the prayer or give your shoulders some space and open up the arms. And just notice if you're wobbly or if you're rock solid. Some days we have great balance. Some days we have close to or none. And that's okay. We just have to learn to meet ourselves where we are because it's not something that we really have control over. And so if you're wobbly today, maybe you go next to the wall or a chair, give yourself some support. That's completely okay. Bring those hands back together in prayer. Bring the knee back to center, lift it high into your chest, flex your toes. And as you exhale, we'll send the leg back behind for warrior three. Option to keep the hands in prayer, or you can take them back by your sides. If you like a challenge, you can bring them out in front of you, overhead. We'll try to create that T shape with the body, so chest and leg parallel to the earth. And from there, we'll just bring that foot down to meet the left and fold over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, lift up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Okay, so find your drishti again. That spot that's not moving, keep your eyes there. And ground into your other foot. Bring that knee into your chest. Toes flexed. Open the knee out to the side and take tree pose. So place that foot anywhere except your knee. Press the foot and the leg into each other so they're hugging a piece of paper. Palms are also hugging a piece of paper. And maybe grow your tree branches, or you can keep the prayer at heart center. Whatever serves you in this moment. And just notice maybe there's a difference between the first side and the second side. Maybe they're the same or feel the same. It really doesn't matter. As long as you just observe what's happening throughout each pose. Bring those hands back together in prayer. Bring the knee back to center. Lift it high into your chest. Flex your toes. As you exhale, send the leg back behind you for warrior three. Do your best here, whatever that looks like. And again, take any shape with the arms that serves you or makes the pose accessible. And from there, we'll exhale that foot down to the floor. Bring the arms down and fold over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. And turn to the side of your mat, long edge of your mat. Take a nice wide stance with your feet. And again, make sure the feet are parallel. So if they were continuing in either direction, they would not touch. Hands to your hips, elbows point back. Inhale to lift your heart. And as you exhale, fold over your legs for a wide leg forward fold. Option to keep your hands on your hips, or if you want to bring them down to the floor, the ankles, toes, and whatever serves you in your practice. Micro bend the knees, shift the weight forward into the front of your feet. If it feels like you'll tip over, fingertips down to stop you. But drop that head completely, so look through your legs rather than down at the floor so there's no tension in your neck. Let it drop, shake it out a little bit, yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Opposite hands to opposite elbows, ragdoll, let your upper body sway side to side. See how good that feels. We'll come back through center. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And turn your right toes out so they're your foot's on a diagonal. And then walk your fingertips over towards that right foot. Bend your right knee and bring your hips over into a lunge. So you may want to stay up higher depending on your hips. If it's available to you, you can bring the hips down towards the heel. And if that bottom heel lifts a little bit, that's okay. On the straight leg, if you want to keep your toes down, you're welcome to. If you like to flex the foot and lift the toes, go for it. So again, make it your own, whatever works best for your body in this moment. Hands can stay down or you can lift them away. Just take some deep breaths here wherever you are. Don't worry about what it looks like at all. Good, bring those fingertips back down and then we'll shift it over to the other side. So turn those left toes out, foot on a 45. Again, take the hips as high or as low as you need to go. Whatever works best for you in this moment. You may notice a difference from one side to the next, and that's okay. Good, we'll shift it back over to the right. And then over to the left. And take a couple more on your own, shifting back and forth. And just notice how this feels. It's a very deep hip stretch. Great for the groin, excellent for the hips, especially if you don't move around a lot each day or not as much as you'd like, and your hips feel tight or if you have low back pain. This is a good one. You can do it every day. Couple breaths, couple seconds each day. Makes a big difference. All right, when you come back over to that left side again, we'll pause there. And then this time we'll walk the fingertips around to the top of the mat. Turn your toes so all 10 toes are facing forward. So your left foot or your right foot, depending on what side, is on the outside of your hands. And then from here, we're gonna step that back foot outside the other hand and then lower the hips down into a squat, yogi squat or malasana. Now again, options. You can stay up a little bit higher in your squat, or if you're able to, sink those hips if you want to take more of a froggy pose with the heels lifted and the hips a little bit higher. You can do that as well. But try to create this shape in your body, or a shape that kind of resembles this. Good, and snuggle down nice and low. Use those arms to open up the legs. Use the legs to open up the arms. Lift the chest, lift the heart, sink the tailbone, and of course, breathe. Couple more breaths. Notice if you're clenching your jaw here. When we get deep into the hips, sometimes we add tension to other parts of the body. And so just be mindful of that. Maybe give your jaw a little wiggle. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth if it's pressing. Unfurl your brow if there's any tension there. Soften your forehead. Maybe even smile. It's yoga, but it doesn't have to be serious or painful. Shouldn't be painful. Definitely doesn't have to be serious though. Good. And then from there, bring your fingertips behind you and gently lower your hips to the floor And then bring the bottoms of the feet together. Create a diamond shape, so slide the feet out a little bit further away from you than you might normally go in this shape or this pose. Give your hips a little space. Take your hands either to your shins or your feet, or maybe a little higher on the legs, whatever works for you. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. Lift your heart to the sky. And as you exhale, start to bring your chest forward. You may notice your elbows make contact with your inner thighs. And if so, that's great. You can use them to gently press on your inner thighs. If that doesn't happen, that's okay too. But just feel the stretch through your grips in your hips and your groin. That's a new one. And then once you've gone as far as you can go, you can let your head relax here, whatever that looks like for you. So sometimes letting the head just drop a little bit feels good. If that doesn't feel good on your neck, you can keep it up. Really tune into the breath here and the subtle movements of the body that happen with each breath. Your inhale, start to lift all the way back up, nice and tall. Close your knees like a book. Good. Then bring your hands behind your legs, and from there, lean back. Lift your feet away from the floor. Take boat pose. So how high you go depends on you. If you want to stay in the modified version, you're welcome to. If you want to take the full boat pose, go for it. Couple of breaths here, really work that core. Good, bring your feet down, hands behind you, reverse tabletop, press into the hands and the feet, lift the hips, lift the heart, lift the chest, lift your chin out of your chest. And as you exhale, slowly lower down, come right back into boat pose. Maybe the legs go a little higher this time. And release the legs, hands down, feet down, reverse tabletop again. And one more time, lower down. Last boat pose, make it your best of the day. Maybe go for the full version. If you happen to roll back, that's okay. Roll back up into it. Good, release the feet. Last tabletop, press up. Really hug those glutes. Squeeze, 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 and lift. Good, and lower down. And from there, across the ankles. Actually, yeah, we'll just lower down into our back. We've done enough for now. Okay. So set up for bridge pose. Bend your knees so your feet are flat. Arms down by your sides. And then slide those feet in close to you. Maybe you're able to graze the backs of your ankles with your fingertips. And when you're ready, press into the feet and the back of the shoulders. Lift the hips and the belly and the low back away from the floor for bridge pose. Really press into the feet and the shoulders. Lift the chest away from the floor. Lift the chin out of the chest. Hug those inner thighs. Squeeze the glutes. Breathe. You may shake a little bit. Breathe through it. And exhale, slowly lower down. And as soon as you come all the way down, lift right back up. Maybe you like to lift your heels here and give your low back a little space. Maybe you like to interlace the fingers here and then tuck and roll the shoulders underneath you. Really lift those hips. Keep breathing. And gently release the grip. Release the heels and slowly lower down. Take your feet as wide as your mat, knees together to touch, arms out to a T or cactus, And just be here for a moment to neutralize the spine. And then let your knees go side to side like windshield wipers. Let your knees fall over to the left as you gaze to the right in a gentle twist. Maybe you like to take that left ankle on top of the right knee if that feels good. If it's too much, just let it go. You can also close your eyes here if that's soothing. Gently release your ankle from the knee if it's there, and then come back through center. Again, feet wide, knees together to start. Then let your knees fall over to the right. As you gaze left, maybe that right ankle crosses on top. Maybe you close your eyes. Gently release the ankle from the knee, come back through center, and then bring the bottoms of the feet together, knees out to the side. So reclined bound angle or Supta Baddha Konasana. We did the seated bound angle before, and now we're doing it on our backs. Hands can go anywhere that you'd like. If you want a little added gravity, you can let them rest on your inner thighs. If that's too much, maybe one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, or maybe just off to the sides. I invite you to close your eyes here and really just tune into the breath and notice the subtle movements that happen to your body with each inhale and exhale. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Close your eyes and bring to mind 3 things you are grateful for. Gently close your knees like a book. Draw them into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight hug and a squeeze. And then maybe from here you like to take a happy baby, so I'm gonna turn around for the sake of not being crass. But happy baby looks just like what you would imagine. Grab either the backs of the thighs, the outer edges of the shins, outer edges of the feet, and then press the hands, use the hands to press the feet down, so they're pulling the legs down, and then use the feet to press against the hands like you're trying to step on the ceiling. So there's a push-pull happening, so a lot of energy. It's not just hanging out. And if you want, you can rock your baby a little bit. Then bring those knees back into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight hug and a squeeze. And bring your feet flat to the floor. Take that left ankle over your right knee, or whichever leg you want to start on. An ankle over a knee to set up a figure 4. Slide the foot all the way over so that the little ball of your ankle is not on your leg. And then maybe just stay here. Take one hand to that inner thigh and gently guide it away from you. So gently pressing away to open up the hip. Or if you'd like a little bit more, you can draw the knees in, take the hands behind that bottom thigh. And again, as the arms are drawing the legs in, the legs are pressing against the hands. And then you can also use that elbow to very gently press on the inner thigh. So again, that push-pull, flex the feet. If your legs are lifted, you can extend that bottom leg up towards the sky. But if you feel that that changes the stretch or lessens the sensation, you can let that go or adjust. And from there, gently release the legs, and we'll take it to the other side. And so cross the ankle over the knee, slide it all the way over, flex your foot. Maybe just stay here with the hand on the inner thigh. Or you can draw those legs in, take the hands behind the leg, flex those feet like they're pressed against the wall. And really, really breathe here. It's a really nice release for the outer hip. And the low back. Gently release, uncross the legs, and one more time, draw those knees in, bring your knees to your nose, make yourself tiny, 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 give yourself a hug. On your inhale, take a full body stretch. And as you exhale, you can gently open up the legs, bring the arms down by your sides. We'll take a 2-minute Shavasana just to let our body integrate and absorb everything that we just did. And so you can come back to your normal pace of breath. Close your eyes gently or lower your gaze. Relax your legs and your arms. Release your fingers and your toes. Release your glutes. Soften the belly and the ribs. Relax your shoulders and your chest. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Soften your lips. Soften your cheeks. Unfurl your brow. And just allow yourself to be here for a few breaths, a few moments. Let your thoughts come and go on their own without reacting or engaging. And just let yourself be. So Shavasana sometimes is arguably the best part of the practice. There's not many times a day that we just get to lay and absorb or lay and reflect or just lay and be with ourselves, undisturbed, unbothered, unapologetically. So relish in the moment. Really allow yourself to be here fully without thinking about anything that is upcoming or anything that's already happened. If you're just joining, no, I'm not sleeping on live. I was doing a live yoga session, and now we are taking our few minutes of rest, Shavasana, corpse pose. All right, from there you can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, take your arms up overhead, full body stretch, draw your knees into your chest, and from there roll over to your side. And then if you need more time to rest, you can stay here, but when you're ready, come up to a seat at the top of your mat with your eyes closed for a moment to keep your attention drawing in. Just take a moment to notice if you feel differently than you felt before this practice. Without an explanation, just notice. Bring your hands together in prayer in front of your heart center. Thank you for joining me for today's practice if you did join in. Greatly appreciate you for being here, and thank yourself for taking this time out of your day for your practice. Thank your body and your breath for supporting what you do every day. Namaste. All right, guys, that was some morning yoga. Ended up being a little longer than I expected, but that usually happens when I get on my mat because I start feeling things and then my body starts guiding me in a different direction than I had normally intended. So that's okay. That's a lot of the times I just come to my mat to see what's going to happen, what I may need, and kind of follow suit. So I say all that to say, if you're just starting out or if you're a seasoned practitioner, keep at it. Every day is different. The journey is different. Every time we come to our mat, it may look different, and that's why we always say don't worry about what it looks like, because that's not what it's about. As long as you feel good and feel better after you've come to the mat, then you've done something good for yourself, and you should be proud of yourself for that. I'm gonna try to go live a little bit more often and do yoga. I always go live to work out, just because it's easier for me. I'm a very shy person, and I don't know, when I have to start talking, it makes me hesitate. So probably something I could work on a little bit more, because I know everybody can benefit from yoga. Um, Again, it doesn't matter your skill set, your ability level, your body type, what you look like, what you can or can't do. As long as you try, get on your mat and try and do something, um, you're doing more than most people, and you're doing something good for yourself. So you're definitely going to feel better. So keep at it. Um, yeah, it's a journey, and that's why it's not about destination or a final result. It's just using this practice to get through life, because life has a tendency to come at us crazy sometimes, throw the weirdest curveballs, do all kinds of things that can just make us feel wild. So enjoy the journey, but have tools in your toolbox that can help you when times get tough, and spread a little loving kindness along the way. I appreciate you guys for being here and for watching. Thank you for joining. If you're on YouTube, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. And leave a comment, leave some feedback. I would love to hear from you. What do you guys want to see more of on the channel? What did you think of this session? If I do more yoga, what kind of yoga do you want to see? Um, I'm on the verge of teaching handstands, but I'm hesitant with that because handstands are tricky. There's a lot involved, and I honestly don't know if I'm going to be a good enough teacher. So another fear that's holding me back. One of these days I'm going to conquer it and just do a handstand workshop, and then listen to you guys' feedback of how it can improve, what you like, what you didn't like, and all that good stuff. So look out for that to come one of these days. I don't know when, but hopefully sometime soon. Anywho, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. I'm probably going to keep the camera on for a few minutes because I'm just going to do some stuff without really talking about it. And I want to work on some handstand practice. So feel free to keep watching, or if you have to get ready and go about your day, I completely understand. But yeah, thanks guys. Teresa here. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Ouch. All right, I think I'm done now. I have to go start my day. So I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Make it a good one. I will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early for my workout before work. So if you guys are looking for some cardio workout to do, you can join me tomorrow, same place, about probably like 7 a.m., somewhere around 7, anywhere between 6:45 and 7:45. So just look out for the alert. If you're following me, you should get it. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning for the live workout. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, subscribe please and hit that like button on the video or share it or leave a comment, and catch you next time. Bye.